Hello guys. So we are going to continue our discussion with the RAG. Already in our previous video, we have discussed all the core components. The theoretical understanding is pretty much clear, I guess. Now what we are going to do is that we are going to focus on the practical implementation. So initially, we are going to go ahead and see how to perform this document injection phase, wherein we'll try to first of all focus on different data sources. Let's say how do we go ahead and read PDF? How do we probably perform the data parsing? How to probably go ahead and read web pages, how to go ahead and read different data sources. All these things will be discussed. Then we'll focus on the document splitter, and similarly, we'll go ahead and implement from document ingestion phase to query processing phase to generation phase. Okay, this will be a much more practical implementation. Here we are going to use Python programming language. We are going to use libraries like LangChain and LangGraph for doing this. So let me quickly go ahead and open the LangChain web page. Okay. So if you see with respect to LangChain, if you see in LangChain, if you see this entire ecosystem of LangChain, if you see entire ecosystem of LangChain, just a minute, let me just see that. So where is this ecosystem of LangChain? If I just write down LangChain ecosystem diagram, yeah, this one, I guess. Yeah, so there is a component, there's very important core component, which is basically named as integrations. So this integrations actually helps you to connect with different data sources. So we are going to use LangChain in depth completely to probably go ahead and read our PDF file, Excel file, Word doc file, and we'll see that how we can go ahead and do the text splitter and many more things. As usual, first of all, what we are going to do that is we are going to go ahead and do our project setup. So doing the project setup, what I'm going to actually do is that I'll created a folder which is called as rag Udemy. So in this file, I just have created a folder, okay, wherever it is done. And for this, I'm going to focus on using, VS Code. So here what I'll do is I'll go this particular folder location. I'll open my command prompt. Okay. So let's say that I wanted to open this in the same file. So I'll go to open and I'll open this thing. Okay. This file is created. So in order to open the VS Code, either I can go to this folder location and click on the right click and click on this thing, and this particular folder will open. The next thing is that since I'm going to start my entire projects over here in this particular project location, I'm going to do one thing. So I'm going to create, first of all, create a virtual environment. So for creating an environment, I'm going to call UV package manager. So we are going to use this. What is UV package manager? It is nothing but before I go to used to, I used to show with the help of contact rating and all, but now it has become very easy with the help of UV. It is quite fast. So if you don't know about UV package manager, it is an extremely fast Python package and project manager written in Rust. Since it is written in Rust, as you know, written is Rust is very fast. So if you see when we compare UV with the poetry, uh, PDM and PipSync, UV is taking very less time, less amount of time compared to all other packages with respect to installing the packages that and managing the package itself. Okay. So some more important information about UV. It is a similar tool with respect to pip tools and all. It is 10 to 100 times faster than pip. It is completely replacing pip in short. Provide comprehensive project management for the universal locker file. You can run scripts. You can install various Python versions. You can go ahead and run a tool and publish Python package. All this thing you can actually do. Now the installation is very much simple. How to install a UV package. If you are in a Mac, so you can copy this command. Okay, you can copy this command and paste it in your command prompt, right? So it is a terminal. Okay. If you're using a window, you can copy this command in your PowerShell, right? PowerShell is nothing but is a terminal for Windows. If I have, so I'll just paste it over here. Okay. Or what I'll do is I'll just copy this. I'll paste it over here, right? So I can do it over here, or I can do it in the same folder over here. I'll just create a command prompt. Okay. So I'll just create a command prompt. Yeah, over here, and I'll just paste it over here. Okay. So other than that, if you're not even comfortable with that, you can directly go ahead and use pip. So you can go ahead and write down pip, right? So it's already done, you can see. So if you see, I just have added over there, right? So if you're not even comfortable with that, you can also directly go ahead and use pip. You can go ahead and write pip install UV. So what I'll do, I'll go to my command prompt. Let's say it's not opening over here. Okay. Yeah. So it's time that I'll go ahead and create my virtual environment. So for creating virtual environment, it is pretty much simple. All you have to do that is that how do you create a virtual environment is first of all, you'll uh, initialize this folder location as my project workspace. So in order to initialize, what I'll do is I'll just zoom it a little bit. Okay. So I'll just initialize this particular folder location as my project location. Here, what I'll do is I'll write down UV init. It's not that. Okay. But UV is installed, right? You are in the same folder, yes. So UV init it should work, right? Should work. Okay. Let me just write one more time. I'll go to open. I'll go to the folder in which I am currently right now. This one. I will open this. I will go to command prompt. I will write down UV init, and this is going to work. Yeah, this is done now. So this is created along with some of the files like rag Udemy is the project workspace name, or kn rag is our workspace name. It is, and you can click on, write down the Python version. Here we are using this 3.13. With respect to that, it has also created this pyproject dot file where you have all the project names, right? Details, basic information, like add your description here, your readme file, it requires which Python version, each and everything. And dependency write down is empty because we have not installed anything, right? Now I'll close this. Now we are going to go ahead and create a environment. See, for every project, it is always a better idea to create a new environment so that whatever package is there, you try to install in that particular environment. Now, in order to do the installation of this particular package, you just need to write down UV venv is my environment name. So UV, I'll just write down over here. UV venv is my environment name, right? And if you write UV venv, so by default, you know that Python version was 3.14, right? This thing. So you can say that you don't know what version you are in Python version is over here. So what you can also do that, you can also go ahead and follow this documentation. So in the documentation, if you just go ahead and click on this link inside the GitHub, so here you will be able to see installing Python. So you can just write on UV Python install like this. And otherwise, you can also just go ahead and you can write on UV Python version name, right? If you want multiple versions like 3.11, 3.112, you can just do that. Since I'm going to focus on creating my virtual environment, and I know that my entire project workspace has been created in 3.13, since that is the most recent one. So I'll just go ahead and I'll write down UVVNV. So you can see that UVVNV, you can see that same Python version 3.13.5. And it is basically creating a virtual environment at this particular location. So .vnv is the thing. Now what I'm actually going to do, I'll copy this and I'll paste it over here. This location that you'll see, this location that you'll see, I'll copy this, I'll paste it over here. So inside that you have activate, right? Now, by just going to this and by just hitting this particular command, right? I can just activate my virtual environment. Now this is activated, right? How did we activate? I just went to that script specific location .vnv.script that slash activate, right? So if I just do this, no, I guess it is not giving us the permission. ZCH permission denied. Okay, it is activated. Can you see that? Now what I'll do is I'll go ahead and install some of the libraries. So I'll go ahead and create my requirement.txt. As you know, this entire pipeline is okay. So once this is done, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and install some of my libraries. I'll go ahead and install some of my libraries. So now once this is done, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and install some of the libraries. So I'll go ahead and create my requirement.txt. As on all know, this entire rack pipeline I'm going to create with a library called as LangChain. So first of all, I'll just go ahead and install some of the libraries that I'll require. So first is that I'll go ahead and use LangChain, and I'm also going ahead and use Grok, LangChain Grok, because some of the model that I'm actually going to use will be from the Grok platform because they provide some of the amount of credits, some number of requests. Along with this, I will also create and install some of the more libraries. Let's say one of the library fires CPU. This is my vector store, vector database like kind of thing. Then I'll be also installing TikTok, and I'll talk about this where we'll use this. And there will be like LangChain community. I'll also want to show you with the help of OpenAI. So I'll go ahead and write down LangChain, OpenAI. Then I have ChromaDB. Okay, I have ChromaDB. So I'll go ahead and write down that ChromaDB. Then sentence transformers. This sentence transformer is basically very important library because this will actually help you to convert your text into vectors, right? So sentence transformers will do this. Then I have PyPDF. Okay. One library that I'll use is python.env. So these are the basic libraries that I'm going to install, right? So python.env is basically you load all the environment. And for this, I'll also provide and create my .env file. Okay. So I'll also provide and create my .env file here. Okay. Done. So all these things are done. My requirement.txt is there. Please make sure to save all these files. I know many people don't save this. So by default, if you see, I have set this to auto save option. You can also go ahead and set this to auto save option. And in order to uh, do this, installation, I'll just go ahead and write -R. Hi, we used to write down pip install minus r requirement.txt. Similarly, we can go ahead and write down uv add minus r requirements dot txt. It will take some amount of time because there are so many package, sentence transformer and all. Okay, I need to write an uv add minus r requirements dot txt. If I run this, so all this package will get installed. There are some warnings are basically coming up. Requirement file does not contain any dependencies. Okay. So what is this requirements? Requirements. It's the same one, right? Okay. So I'll write on UV add R requirements dot txt. It's the same folder, right? Not going to. Okay. If I do this one more time, then yeah, now it is installing. Can you see there are lots of libraries. So I basically have not saved this. That's why. This is my entire project. It says LangChain OpenAI is not LangChain OpenAI. Was not found in the package registry. Your project demands on LangChain OpenAI. We can conclude that project's requirements are unsatisfiable. If you want to add package regardless of the failed resolution, frozen flag to skip locking. Okay, okay. It should be there. Should be there. Okay. This is LangChain, right? Spelling is wrong. This is fire CPU. Go and accept. Okay, if I just do it one more time, then it will add. Yes. If I do it one more time, no, then it will work. Yes, now this is working. Correct. Very good. So it is doing one by one. First, it will take some time, so we have to wait for that particular point of time, right? Okay, so it is done. It is done, right? Yes, 136 out of 137 is installed, right? So yeah, this is done now. Yes, so there are so many packages that sentence transformer and all. So all these packages will get installed. There are some warnings are there, but probably coming up, but it's okay. So this was my entire, project environment setup and project structure. Project structure is nothing but we'll go ahead and write because in the first one we'll start with data parsing, right? Data ingestion and data parsing. So how do I go probably parse data, right? Project structure we'll see. In the first one, we'll start with data parsing, right? So how do I probably parse data and ingest it, right? Data ingest parsing. I'll just go ahead and create this particular folder. And inside this particular folder, Inside this particular folder, data ingestion parsing. Inside this particular folder, I will start writing down all my code. Okay. So here you can see how quickly the installation has been done. One more thing that I want to install is my IPy kernel. So here what I'll do is I'll quickly go ahead and write down UV install, because here we are using pip install, right? I want to use Jupyter Notebook. It will be very, very good. So it should be UV add IPy kernel. Since I'm using UV, right? So it will install this, right? All the information has happened. Perfect. Don't use pip, instead use UV. Now once this is done, I'll go ahead and create one file. Okay. Let's say the first file that I'll be creating is nothing but data ingestion. Okay. .ipynb file. So this looks good. First of all, you need to go ahead and select the kernel. So it is detecting the kernel. Let's try to detect this virtual environment, right? I'll just go ahead and select this Python environment. Okay, this is getting installed. So it will choose the kernel. Yes, it is loading this. So I'll just go ahead and select this. I'll just select this kernel, drag. Two. Yeah. Now I'll just go ahead and try to see everything is working fine or not. So if the kernel is installed, it is going to work fine. So yes, this was our entire project, environment and structure setup now. And as we go ahead, topic by topic, you will be creating files. Whenever the end-to-end project will be coming, you will be also creating a new folder. This is a basic project structure that we are going to follow. Now, what I'll believe is that if you in this way you'll try to run, you'll be able to understand in much more better ways. So your learning experience will be quite better. So yes, uh, let's see whether I'm able to import LangChain also or not. Need to check why this not able to select the kernel. So the folder in which we are right now is this. It should be this. Not able to run this. Okay. So that's what we have, guys. We'll see the next part. That's what we have for this video. We'll see the next part in the next video. Thank you, everyone. Happy learning.